Greetings all, JD here. Welcome back to my channel and you're watching a brand new episode of Weekly Update Wednesdays. In this week's video, we're going to be examining the question whether or not your monitor speakers have to be placed vertically or can they be placed horizontally. If you're new to the channel, a warm welcome to you. I want to give a big shout out and thank you to all the patrons who help to support the channel financially. If you're not a subscriber, please do click on the subscribe button. I would really appreciate that. And don't forget to click on the notification bell as well so that you'll be updated every time I put out a brand new video. Do sign up for the email list, and if you want to become a patron, head on down to www.patreon.com/studio2105. Check it out, right? Various perks and benefits for patron subscribers. Don't forget, the New Year giveaway is still going on. I'm giving out a copy of the book Asas Rakaman dan Produksi Music, written by my good friend Hairul Hassan. Do check it out. I also did an episode of a postcard that's going to be coming out real soon, so stay tuned, okay? So let's go to this week's featured question. I have a fairly small and tight place for my studio. Can I position my monitor speakers horizontally? This is a great question, and yes, it has popped up many times on the internet. And in fact, many videos have already been done of it, but I reckon I just give my little take on this as well. Now, the type of speaker that you own will kind of determine whether or not they should be placed horizontally or vertically. I'm going to assume that you have a pair of two-way bookshelf type monitors, right? Just like the Cali Audio LP8s and the little Samsung BD3 monitors that I have back here. Now, two-way monitor designs, right? They come with two drivers, right? Obviously, you got a woofer for the low and the mid frequencies, and you've got a tweeter for the higher frequencies. Now, these are usually aligned, as you can see, right? They're aligned vertically, so they are actually designed to be positioned upright. Most speaker designs will have a waveguide in the tweeter, right? This is to control the dispersion pattern, right? The sound dispersion that's coming from the tweeter. Now, this is done for several reasons. Mainly, it's to improve stereo imaging, it's to widen the sweet spot, and very importantly, it's to reduce the interference between the two drivers, okay? Between the tweeter and the woofer. So, placing the monitors on their sides may negatively impact the way they sound. On the other hand, there are monitor speakers that are designed for horizontal placement, right? Like the Yamaha NS10M Studios that I have. There are also some speakers that are designed so that they can be placed both either the upright or sideways position. But just like you, if you have space constraints, right? You are in a smaller room, some people may find that, you have to position the monitors on their sides. And although it's not recommended, some folks don't mind, and they can live with the disadvantages of doing so. Now, if you have no choice but to place your monitors sideways, it's generally recommended to position them with the tweeters, right, towards the outside, furthest apart from each other, right? So it's to give you the widest sweet spot and better stereo imaging. However, it does depend also, right, on how it sounds in the room, how far apart the speakers are placed, what's the dimension and the size of your room as well, right? You have to look at it on a case-by-case basis. Now, sometimes, in order to maintain that, the ideal, the equilateral triangle position between the listener and the speakers, it might be that you have to turn them inwards. I imagine, for example, if your room is very wide and you're very near the front wall, if you put your tweeters on the outside, it may be too wide. Okay, so that is one scenario, one situation that I can think of where you put the tweeters towards the middle. The only way to know which is better is you have to try it out. I can't tell you which way is better because it really depends on how it sounds in your room, in your place. In short, right, you got to do listening tests, you got to mix on them, right, and go with the one that gives you the best results. So in short, to answer your questions, if you have no choice but to place your speakers horizontally, yes, you can, but be aware of the potential pitfalls that may arise and check your mixes, right, on other systems to be safe. Consider mixing on headphones as well if space is an issue. I know of many, and it's an increasing number of professional mix engineers out there who are using headphones and going mobile nowadays. So it's definitely worth checking out. When it comes to making music, when it comes to recording and mixing, yeah, there are rules, there are guidelines, there are some best practices. But depending on the specific situation and the specific needs, right? For example, you're talking about a small size room, you have space limitations and space constraints. Sometimes these rules can be bent or broken, right? If the situation requires it. So that's my take on the topic. So next time if you see someone posting online, you're right, when you see their speakers are being placed horizontally, don't let your first reaction be to comment negatively and to bash the person. Sometimes there may be a very real, valid reason why they are doing so. Of course, if they are not aware, right, that they should be actually placing the monitor speakers vertically upright, do put in a nice positive comment there and educate people about that. Okay, just avoid all the negativity. I hope you found this video useful and informative. If you did, please do leave a like and do share this with your friends. If you haven't done so, please do click on the subscribe button and on the notification bell. Oh, don't forget, the giveaway is still going on, right? Click on this video to find out the details on how to win yourself a copy of the book. And hope to see you again in a video real soon. Happy recording and mixing. Peace, love, and music.